How's it going, boys? Got a Red Eye Raw going. The title in this, it's a funny title and all, but I just want to talk about tipping a little bit at the start here. Because tipping is kind of bullshit when you think about it. Again, Mr. Pink makes all the points I could make in Reservoir Dogs, right? But it's just kind of a bullshit practice where restaurants don't want to pay people enough. So they want you to pay them, right? Burned my fingers there a little bit on that match. It didn't even fully light the fucking thing. Uh, but this does not want to stay lit. This seems like a terrible idea. Let's do it anyway. Yeah, we're not doing that. That's gonna fuck it up. Luckily, got another box of matches right here. But when it comes to tipping, it's just an excuse to make you pay part of somebody's paycheck, right? And there's nothing wrong with, voluntarily tipping. But the fact that it's such a compulsory thing, like, it's not technically compulsory, except for in the restaurants where it is. But man, this is being a bitch to light right now. I think I put a little too much in it. Try to pack it down a little more. No, and here's the thing. I'm actually usually pretty generous with tipping. Like, I'm not like super generous, but I always tip 15 to 20% often. But like the thing is that's just because it's been ingrained in me, right? That doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with it. And I think that when it's like a sit down restaurant, where the person's constantly like bringing you stuff, I can understand that a little more than some of the shit we're getting nowadays. See if this will help me light it. But nowadays, not only do they want you to tip at like fucking sit-down restaurants, which again, it's already bullshit that it's compulsory and stuff, but I can at least kind of understand it a little more when the person is constantly waiting on you, right? But you go to fucking Subway or Panda Express or whatever, they have this thing where they like expect you to tip there now. It's like, what? No, fuck you. Like, it's really obnoxious to me that I'm going to like basically a fast food place. But yeah, fast food place basically. And they want you to tip as if you're going to a sit down restaurant where they're waiting on you. It's not the same. Like, it makes no fucking sense to me. Like, Little Caesars expects a tip now on the fucking machine. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh. And again, if, people don't like their wages, then, work somewhere else. That's the beauty of the market, right? But the problem that people the problem is like it leads to a sense of entitlement, right? Now, like I said, I'm not a guy who doesn't tip. I just think in principle it's pretty stupid. I don't tip typically when I go to like Subway, Little Caesars, or places like that. But if I'm at like a sit-down restaurant where they're waiting on me hand and foot, I do tend to tip, you know, okay. Yeah, did I fucking overpack this or some shit? Because this is not lighting. It was lighting perfectly just yesterday. I remember one time we went to a Denny's. I went out with my brother and a couple of friends, right? And the server got eyelashes in his fucking eggs. And they were really slow. It took them like fucking an hour to get like simple breakfast food out and shit. And I wasn't paying. And it's like, I get that, like, you know, your job doesn't pay you a lot and that you rely mostly on tips, but it's like, that's kind of a you problem. You know what I mean? Why the fuck are these matches not wanting to stay lit?